Good afternoon. Welcome. Hopefully I'm not too glitchy. My internet has been very questionable today. So please type in the chat if it gets bad. Okay. The last class just didn't tell me. And I gave them all these directions and then I put them in the breakout rooms. And then one room asked for help and said, we couldn't hear you the whole time. And I was like, and you decided not to tell me why? So it was awkward. Yeah, it was awkward. Okay, so today you're going to be using the numeration systems handout. And I think some of you might have been saying you were having trouble with it. We're going to go over the Egyptian preview assignment, and then we're going to do that numeration systems worksheet, which should have just asked you to make a copy immediately. It should have defaulted to make a copy. Did you guys see that? Anyone? Did it work for them? It didn't work, Karina?
No, just every time I would click on it, it would send me like straight to a request, like basically request permission form, and even like the link, it would say that I don't have permission to view it.
Was anyone able to make a copy? Because otherwise I'm going to change it right now, the permissions. It's on the numeration.
For which one?
The numeration systems worksheet. It should immediately, as soon as you click on it, it should say copy this document.
Is it the one that's due tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or the one that, I was able to make a copy of it. But I was gonna ask you, I wasn't able to make a copy of the foldable for that, for the numeration one, so we can put it in our notebook.
Yeah, let me look at that one.
It would just, whenever I would select print, it would just give me like it would print, but it would just print a blank sheet, if that makes sense.
That's very helpful.
It wouldn't even print anything. Yeah.
I'll take a look at that one. But you could see it. It just wouldn't print.
Yes. And I was able to print the other one, so that's why I thought it was weird. I was like, maybe it was my printer, or I just turned it off and I turned it on, and then as soon as I would select print again, you know how it shows you the preview of what you're going to print, it was blank.
Were you printing straight from your browser, or were you downloading it first?
Straight from my browser, because it says I have to request access or something like that.
Were you using Chrome?
Let me take a look.
Because that should be a PDF, so you shouldn't need any access. You know what I mean? But Chrome had some print issues. They just did a bunch of printer driver updates, and they won't let you print directly from your browser on some things anymore. I don't know why.
Oh, so maybe it's that.
So try that.
Because it is Chrome. Okay.
Try that. That's what I would guess first. Okay, but how many of you were able to make a copy of the numeration systems worksheet? Like as soon as you click on it, it says, do you want to make a copy? Right? That's what it should. I'll put a link in the chat. If you didn't make a copy yet, make sure you did. And you can call it whatever you want. You know, you can put your name on the front of it. Welcome to Tuesday, by the way. And I was telling everybody who's here just a minute ago that my internet is awful. So if you have any issues, can you please type it in the chat? Like if I start breaking up a bunch, so I can turn my video off so you can hear directions, not like crazy. How is it so far? Fine. Okay, McKenna, are you logged into your school email?
Yeah, I think I should be.
So because Bree didn't have any problems at all, right? Anyone else able to make that copy? Super weird. Okay, hold on.
I was able to make a copy. I had to be logged into my student email on Google Chrome in order to even access it.
Yeah, so if you're not logged in, it might not work. So, but I'll see if I can change the link. The reason I did that was because it's a nice default for me. I don't understand why it works for some and doesn't work for everyone. You know, it should either work for everyone or no one. It shouldn't just work sometimes. Because you definitely want this document. And so we're going to talk about your Egyptian preview assignment first, and we'll share some t-shirts too. I don't know what's happening, why this is so slow, but I'm telling you, my internet is dying. And you would not believe how much I pay for internet. Like, it should not be dying. I have like the best. The only thing I don't have is a T1 line, which I'm getting close to. So, because I'm going to have a heart attack. All right. Thank you for your patience. I'm going to put it in just a second. Okay. Definitely make a copy of this. And that's what you'll be turning in, and you'll see there's a reason for that. Okay. Just want to make sure I have marked everybody here. Sunita, I just let you in. Betty, I know I did. Is Bethel here? I don't see Bethel. Hannah Lowe, are you here? Yes, you're waving to me. Jessica, are you here? Anybody see Jessica? If you thought attendance was hard face to face, you should try attendance on Zoom. It's super fun. It's not fun. I'm going to say it's not fun. Okay, how about Alyssa's here? Is Evelyn here? All right. So, how is it so far? Am I breaking up or am I okay? All right. Because now I'm paranoid about it. I switched mics. I did everything. I did everything except for reboot my computer because I can't do that because we'll never get back on, right? So it would be like an hour later. Class would be over. Okay. So first, it is T-shirt Tuesday. Did you remember? It's T-shirt Tuesday. It is. Anyone want to share their T-shirt because they remembered? It could be a sweatshirt, by the way. I don't mind a sweatshirt or a sweater or just a fun shirt that you have. No one?
I can share the sweatshirt I've been wearing for the past 4 days because it's so cold and I don't know where any of my other sweatshirts are.
All right, I'm ready.
I've had this since like 8th grade. I think I literally found it at Ross in a Flagstaff Ross like shopping center because it was so cold up there and I didn't have anything warm. So it's just a cardinal sweatshirt and it has like, I like this thing and it's held up really well. And it has like little, I don't even
Nice.
like watch football, but I've been wearing that for the last couple of days because it's freezing and I don't really own sweatshirts. So
Nice. Anyone else? Kind of cool shirt. Tyler, your shirt looks cool. I can't see the whole thing, but is it a cool shirt?
It's I just got off work, so it's my Dutch Bros can of cold brew.
Nice.
I've got
Love
a
it.
closet full of these, like it's 95% of my closet.
Nice. Well, you just put a smile on lots of people's faces because they were like, oh, wish I had one of those right now. Let me tell you. Okay. Anyone else? Oh, yeah. Do you see Vanessa? She's showing you her drink. Okay. Have you all gone to visit Tyler yet at Dutch? Yeah. He seems to work before class. So just FYI, I'm just saying. Tips are appreciated. I don't even know. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't go to Dutch Bros anyway. Just
It is,
saying.
but hey, I'll take it. Either way.
I'm not a coffee person. Have I told you that? I don't drink anything but water. So weird. Yeah. I don't know. I'm a weirdo. Okay. So I'll share my shirt. I don't know if you're prepared. It's a math shirt. Some of you, if you've had me for class before, you might have seen this. So, but still show your excitement. Yes. Because it's unbelievably nerdy. Okay. I'm ready. Maybe. Sorry. I have this hair thing that's in the way. Okay. I like the little laughing, crying and the party hat. It says, come to the nerd side. We have pie. It's true. Yeah. How bad is that shirt? Yeah. If any of you are in a classroom right now, your kids love how whatever you're into, like sell it, man. Right. Like if you wore that Dutch Bros shirt to school, your students would be so excited. Right. If you like I love math shirts. My sister did. Am I breaking up because I feel like I'm all glitchy? Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to hide my self view. Do you guys know how to do that? Yeah. So if you click on your three dots, just in case you're tired of looking at yourself, click on your three dots and go about, I don't know, 7 choices down, and you can click hide self view, and then you can't see yourself anymore. Yeah. It makes me feel better sometimes because I look at myself and I'm like, what is this hair doing? What is this weird little piece doing? Right? Yeah. Yeah. I'm a little obsessed about weird things. So, anyway, whatever you're into, make it your thing with your students. Your students love anything you're passionate about. Now, your students will never necessarily love math, but what they will do is they will appreciate you loving whatever you love, right? So my sister had math shirt Monday, right? So every Monday she wore her math shirt and the students were always like, "Oh, what shirt is she going to wear today?" Right? And like sometimes one time she forgot and they almost had a heart attack. They were like, "What where's your math shirt?" And she's like, "Oh my gosh, I totally forgot. It was cold outside. I put a sweater on, blah blah blah." They like did not forgive her for a long time. So if you're going to commit, you better commit. Let me tell you. So if I forget my math shirt or if I forget a t-shirt on T-shirt Tuesday, by the way, I almost did. I had a nice big sweater on and then I pulled up my slides and I was like, "Oh, T-shirt Tuesday." And then I had to run and change after office hours. So before class started. Yeah, it was a little stressful. It's okay. We're all good. So that's my first mathy shirt. Remember last week was AEIOU and sometimes Y, but today it's come to the nerd side. We have pie. Don't worry, there's more. They get worse. Yeah, some of them are really bad. If you thought this one was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet, baby. I got some geometry ones that are getting you soon, let me tell you. All right. And then if we do some repeats in the second 8 weeks, I'm super sad because I'm not sure how many I have. Oh, Karina, I love that. Miss Frizzle is amazing. Or you could dress like Penelope Garcia from Criminal Minds, right? She dresses kind of like Miss Frizzle. Yeah. So it's true. Magic School Bus is one of the best things ever, just so you know. Okay. So before we get too far, was everybody able to make a copy now? Yes. Okay. And that's what you're going to turn in, right? So just so you know, I'm going to give you a quick warm up. Maybe if I can share my screen, that might be pushing the limits of my internet today, but it's okay. We'll get there. It's a quick pattern warm up. By the way, did you get all my emails? Was I annoying you? I wasn't trying to annoy you. I was just trying to get all the info. Okay. Can you finally see it? It's just two problems. Identify as geometric or neither. All right. I think that's probably enough time. Yes. Okay. So anyone, I don't care who it is, tell me what you got for A. Was it geometric, arithmetic, or neither? And how do you know?
I got geometric for A.
Why?
And I knew because it's doubling each time. So 5 times 2 is 10, 10 times 2 is 20, 20 times 2 is 40, and so on.
Perfect. Great job, McKenna. Okay. How about part B? Not McKenna. Anybody else?
I got arithmetic, or is that how you say it? Arithmetic?
I say an arithmetic.
Because it decreases by 4 each time. Is that right?
Excellent. Perfect. Everybody good on those? Yeah. Excellent. All right. Let's discuss the Egyptian preview assignment. So you have your notes, or maybe you made a copy of the other doc already. So if you made a copy of the other doc already, you could scroll down to where you see the Egyptian and you could fill in those pages right now. I'm going to stop sharing with this. So, because it seems to be a little glitchier anyway. Okay, so I'm going to share my copy of my doc. And if you've messed with this, can you see it? I'm on page, I don't know, 3, whatever. There was the beginning. So page 2 at the top, it says, what does each of the symbols represent? So on your own copy, you should be able to handwrite in or whatever. I don't know why it's not letting me do anything, but we're good. Yeah, how annoying. I don't know who made this document, but I don't like them. Just kidding. It was me. It's really nice because did you see how you can copy the symbols and move them to different parts of the page so you don't have to write the number? Because I don't know if you tried to draw anything in Egyptian, but I'm not very good at that part. So I just copied the symbols from the box on the top of the first page and put them in my little answer area. Yeah. So what do each of those symbols represent in Egyptian?
So I know that the line is one, once, the U is 10, the swirly is 100, and the one with the red line, like triangle with the hand sticking out, is 1,000. And that's as far as I gotten so far.
All right, nice. And someone asked if they drew them. Is that okay? That's totally fine. No worries. Whatever you did, I'm sure is fine. Hopefully I don't have to guess too hard on what you drew, right? Like it's fairly obvious. I can figure it out. I was trying to find I have a beautiful key to this somewhere instead of us redoing it again, but I can annotate this, just not very well because I don't have my iPad connected because I can't connect another device because we will die. Yeah, I'm not able to write inside that box either, but you could write it over here. I should change this doc to something where I can write in it. I can write in it right now. So this was 110. What was this swirly guy? Did you tell me, Bethel?
100?
And then I don't know what that is. I think I have a
Yeah.
video that talks about that. It's like a lotus flower or something, I think.
Okay. It's
Right? Is it
1,000.
1,000? Okay. And then that bent finger. I swear that's what it is, like a pointed finger. Did anyone figure out what that one is?
Isn't that 10,000?
Okay. And then that froggy guy,
100,000.
100,000. And then the person. Oh, I can probably type this one. Pardon my writing. What was this last guy?
Was that 1 million?
Yeah. How did you just use deductive reasoning there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because what did you notice about that? The Egyptian system.
They use a base of 10, so you just have to go up by tens.
Nice. Who else uses base 10? Anyone? Anyone?
We do, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because we go 1, 10, 100,000. Yeah. So that's why I started you with this one. So you could see that this one's kind of nice. You know, it's not too super duper mean. Right. So this one is kind of a good one. And then this second question, can you write that number? First of all, let's make sure we know what that number is. That number is 1,312,322. Yes. Can you write that in Egyptian? Did anyone try it? Yeah, Vanessa did. Karen did. Any brave soul? You can just tell us the characters or you could hold it up to the screen, whichever makes you feel better.
Okay, I guess I'll do it. Don't mind my drawing, honestly, because it's horrible, but can you see that?
Yes,
It's
and
right
you guys
up here.
know
Can
how
you
to
see
make
that?
her bigger, right? You can say pin her so you can see it. All right, so
I don't know if it's right, but I tried. So
all right, let's see what you guys think. So the person, then 3 of the froggy guys, 1 pointed finger, 2 of the flowers, 3 squiggles, 2 N's, we'll just call them N's, and 2 lines. What do you think? Is that what you got? Anyone? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Yes. Hannah, your thumb looked sideways and I was like, wait, is that I am unsure of that? Okay, very nice, Vanessa.
okay.
Wait, was that
Yay.
really Vanessa? Now I just unpinned you and you disappeared. I know the technology is hurting me today. Okay. And then the last question is more personal to you, right? Because the last question was take your birth year, add the current year, and then do that number, right? Write that in Egyptian. So that's a little personal. Some of us don't want to share the birth year we're born. It's okay. I don't really care. I'm super duper old, but it's okay. And then the next question said, write that in Hindu Arabic. Now, by the way, in case you were worried, did anyone Google Hindu Arabic? That is our number system. That's regular numbers. Okay. So, did anyone write out that number? I hope. Yes, no, maybe. Be brave. It's okay if you got it wrong.
I did.
Okay.
I don't know if you want me to go again.
Vanessa, are you the only one doing any work in this class, or are you the only brave soul who's willing to make a mistake if she needed to? We're going to see if someone else does it. And then if I keep having only the same 3 people respond, I'm going to implement my spinning wheel with all your names on it. Actually, I'll just do this because I have a random number generator and I have all of you numbered on my roster. So we'll just see what number comes up and that's who will answer the question. So you might want to volunteer now before we implement that program. Hannah and me and Vanessa can be very patient, and Bethel, we can be very patient. Oh, Karen already put it in the chat and I was just ignoring Karen. I'm so sorry. Karen, I appreciate you putting it in the chat. Does anyone agree or disagree with Karen's answer in the chat?
Oh wait, she just,
Oh, wait,
disagree.
now she corrected it and said, oops. Do you agree with her second one? Karen, I love that you're putting yourself out there. That's awesome. Anyone else?
I disagree. I thought the lotus flower was 1,000.
Okay.
So would that make it 203,034?
What do you think? Do you think it's 203,034? Which type that number in the chat for us, Amanda, just so we can see what your number looks like. So Amanda typed 203,000, so 203,034. Karen, what do you think of that?
Okay, yeah, I was wrong.
Okay.
I forgot to look at my notes and I messed up.
Yeah, so it's real easy when we don't know these symbols at all. It's real easy to get thrown off, right? Like, wait a minute, what does this symbol mean? Right? Because we're used to our place value system. And this system just uses these symbols. Okay, Vanessa says, I got the same as Amanda. Betty says, I agree with Amanda. Good. But you know what? We're all going to say Karen did the most amazing job because she put her answer out there, even though she wasn't sure it was correct. So great job, Karen. Yes. And now we all learned, oh yeah, we better look at our notes at the key before we start, especially when we're in these crazy different number systems. Okay, so the last one says, which base is the Egyptian number using? Explain how you know. And I think Bethel already answered this for us, right? That we're in base 10. Okay, and so in that box, I wrote where it says base, I put a 10 next to it. And then in those 3 boxes, I'm going to share my screen with you just so you can see it. Okay, can you see how I put 100, which is 10 squared, 10, which is 10 to the first power, and 1, which is 10 to the 0 power? Can you see that on my screen? Yes? Yay. Okay. So when you are doing this assignment, you don't have to draw the pictures. I made it clickable so you can copy and paste it over there. If you're having trouble with those images, sorry, I should have put them in separate little boxes, but it's too late now. You already have it. So I will fix that for the future, but doesn't help you right now. So the Roman numeral system will be easy-ish to do that. Oh, and the Babylonian will work. So it's just this one I have to fix. Yeah, so it's just this one. All the other ones work. So sorry about that. Good thing we did it together. Now what we're going to do is we are going to work in our groups, and we're also going to check some technology in just a second. You're going to investigate 3 other number systems: Roman, Babylonian, and Mayan. Some are harder than others. Just FYI. We started with an easy-ish one, right? Egyptian. Okay. Your job is to crack the code. What symbols are being used and what do they mean? Determine what base it's in. So you're going to fill in your worksheet for each number system and you're going to go with that. But you need something else because I don't think I linked to it on here. I don't see it on my slides. Where is my... Well, you're certainly going to need that. Hold on one moment. I thought it was at the top of this screen. That's annoying. You need another doc that has the cards on it, but I thought it was on this doc. That's weird. Oh, I know where it is. Maybe.
Is it the foldable, the one that has like the Egyptian, the
Well,
Roman, and all
that's
the...
a cheater way to do it. Hide that from yourself. Don't look at that yet.
Oh, okay.
Don't look at that yet. But I have one that's has cards on it. That has like the card. You know how you had your Egyptian one and you could see all the cards for the Egyptian one? It's like that, but it's for the other 3 systems. So it's probably in that Canvas assignment. Is it in that Canvas assignment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the 4 different links in that assignment.
Yeah. So pull up that Canvas assignment. The one I want you to get on, I'll see if I can put it in the chat too, is I want to do Roman first. Okay. We'll start you off a little nicer. We'll do Roman first. So, and the other thing, remember how yesterday it took me like hours to get you guys in your breakout rooms? And I was like, oh, maybe we should see if you can put yourself in your own breakout room. I did write down which team you're in, by the way, this time. But so let me review. Listen carefully if you don't know which team you're in. Team 1 is S.A., Tristan, and Evelyn. Team 2, Karina, McKenna, Alyssa. Team 3, Michaela, Emma, Sydney. I'm going to take a deep breath for you so you're not freaking out. Okay. Team 4, Jessica, Amanda, Tyler. Team 5, Hannah Lowe, Madison, Bethel. Team 6, Hannah, Sarah, Brianna. That was Hannah Miles, by the way, because it wasn't Hannah Lowe. And then team 7, Vanessa, Kelsey, Beatrice, Betty, sorry. I know I don't say your name near as pretty as you say it. I'm terrible. So you win. I love your name. Okay. And 8 is Bree, Elena, Karen, and Sunita. So this is what we're going to do just to see if we can do it. It's actually kind of cool. I'm going to open all the rooms and you should get a thing somewhere on your screen that says join a breakout room, and you can pick which room you want to join. If you do not see that option, just be patient, wait, and then I will we'll figure it out. I'll get you in that room. Okay. Sorry, I forgot I was putting that numeration systems handout in there. I got sidetracked with what I was doing. And you can follow along in that assignment. It's a really nice assignment, by the way. But first I'll put Babylonian in there. Okay, so I'll open that. If you don't, like I said, if you don't have that link, just tell me. It should come up somewhere on your screen. Join a breakout room, but don't go if you want this. Okay, so that's the Babylonian page. No, that's not even the one I wanted you to do. I've lost my mind. Okay, I just yelled. Did you just hear me yell? And then my dogs freaked out because I yelled so loud. Now they're like, she's being attacked. Yeah, it's sad. They're defending me. Of course, they can't find me, but that's a separate issue. So that's Babylonian. You can take that one, but this is the real one I want you to have, the Roman one, because I think a lot of you are familiar with Roman. So here's the Roman one. Okay. Were any of you able to join your room? You should see a message. It might say it at the top. It might say it at the bottom. Hannah was able to. That was it so far.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah, I haven't gotten anything.
Hannah Lowe was. Sarah was. Karina, can you tell us where you're seeing this? Look at the bottom of your screen somewhere. Tyler figured it out. Mine was on my top left, but that was when I was on my iPad. Otherwise, it should be near the bottom by share screen to the right of it. You see anything? Ooh, a couple of
Oh,
people.
okay. I think I got mine.
Yay.
I'm so confused.
I haven't gotten anything. on my
Oh, lots of
screen.
people are figuring it out. That's good. Look at the very bottom of your screen where there's a menu. It should say share screen, and then to the right, it might say reactions. It might say more. It might say any of those things.
Mine just says record and reactions to the right of share screen, and to the left
Oh, okay.
there's a chat and participants.
So I
and we have
wonder,
those options.
are you on the app or are you on just the internet? Did you download the Zoom app?
I think
or
I'm
you
on the
just-
app.
That
I'm pretty
might
sure I'm
be-
on the app because there's a little icon at the bottom of my screen, the little blue Zoom thing.
Okay, so we'll just, I'll just put you in your rooms. Let me see. I just wanted to see how many people could figure it out, because the reason this is fun is because you can kind of cheat and go to a different room and ask a question if you want, like on your own. I haven't like forced you to be in a room, which is kind of funny. Okay, so Madison, you're in 5, right? I'll put you to 5.
Yes.
McKenna, you're in 2. Now you should see something pop up. Michaela, you're in 3. Vanessa, you're in 7. Sydney, you're in
I just got it.
3. Oh, you figured it out?
Yeah, it just randomly popped up
Oh,
on my screen right
That's
now. or
because I'm
maybe-
doing it. That's because I'm doing
Oh,
it.
never mind.
Yeah, because I took over. Okay. Bree, you confused me because it says Samuel and I had a panic attack for a minute. Hannah, you're in 6. And Karen, you're in 8. Now everybody should get their little invite. Yes? Okay, I'm going to apologize to room 2. Alyssa, McKenna, and Karina. I'm so sorry I didn't come visit you.
Oh, you.
Um, I was coming to visit everyone and I didn't get to room 2 or room 1. Did I? No, I did not. I did
didn't
not.
either.
So I'm so sorry. Hopefully you know that if you needed to push that button, you could push that button and ask for help. But you didn't. So I'm sure you did perfect.
Oh, yeah, that's what we did.
Okay. So first of all, I visited every room except for room 2 and room 1. So now room 1 people are back. And Essay and Tristan, I'm so sorry I didn't come visit you, but you must have been doing awesome because you never click the help me button. So there you go. I'm sure you were doing great. And if you weren't doing great, no, you can always click that button, right? Because some people have found that button and they got 2 visits from me. I know, it's crazy town. So anyway, I apologize for my directions. I think the technology is affecting my brain today, but let's debrief the Roman numeral system. Do you agree? Who wants to just read me what those symbols represent?
I'll read them.
I'm ready.
I got the I is 1, V is 5, X is 10, L equals 50, C equals 100, D equals 500, and M equals 1,000. And then the last one, oh, on the key, I saw the X with the line at the top, and I got 10,000 for that.
Yeah. Okay. Good. And then number 2, what would it be in Roman numerals? 5,280.
I need help with that.
Oh, okay.
Quick
Good.
question on that.
I'm ready, Hannah.
So okay, so I'm not gonna lie, I Googled it because after I worked through it and we discussed it in our group, just to verify, we had also written down a potential number, but we wanted okay, wow.
Keep going.
Okay. You've discouraged me completely. My question was, because the X with a line over it is 10,000, which I was wondering if that line at the top means you just multiply the symbol beneath it by 1,000. So for 5,000, would you do a V with a line over it?
What do you guys think? Did anyone do a V with a line over it for 5,000?
Because we Googled it and it said just a V, but it made more sense with a line over it.
Yeah. And Bree said we Googled it too. So she feels your pain. Here's the word you're going to stop using. You are not Googling anything anymore. Stop it. Stop it. Okay. I promise you, you will. What? That is not using a resource. Guess who's your resource? Right here, baby. Right here, baby. And you know what else is your resource? Right here, baby. And I'll tell you why. You have a classroom of kids, right? You're teaching them our number system, right? That you know very well. Do they know it very well? Have you ever talked to a kindergartner? Yeah. Have you ever showed them this symbol? Wait, I can't even do it. Hold on. Let me write it on a piece of paper. Okay. You're teaching them kindergarten. You're teaching them numbers. Sorry, I don't have my markers already, but I will. This symbol right here. Can you see it? And they go 6, 6, it's a 6. And you're like, what? Do they say, oh, I didn't know what it was, so I Googled it? No. This is what I'm doing to you right now. I'm putting you in the shoes of an elementary school student. I can't give you a worksheet that says, what number is this? Right? I can't do that because you already know the numbers. So what I have to do is I have to turn the tables and say, what if you didn't know the number system, right? What if I give you a number system that you're not used to? Can you figure it out? Can you use your reasoning skills? Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but you're definitely going to try. Yes? So, and Hannah, you figured it out. Who was smarter, Google or you? You thought the V with a line over it was probably a better answer than whatever you Googled, right? Do not Google. Okay. I promise you, it is a terrible thing. It is terrible, 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 terrible. Your brain is amazing and we need to use it. Okay. Okay. So enough of the lecture for that. So did you get a V with a line over it? Tell me the rest of the symbols, Hannah.
CCLXXX.
Yeah. Everybody good with that? V with a line over it, 2 C's, 1 L, 3 X's in that order. Yes.
How come it wouldn't be 5 M's?
Oh,
yeah.
Someone tell me, why wouldn't it be 5 M's? Somebody knows. Alyssa.
I don't know.
Okay, let's look at our symbols again. We have a symbol for 1. We have a symbol for 5. how do I write the number 4 in Roman numerals?
1111.
No,
Perfect.
lie.
It's
IV.
it's
Lie.
one V.
1V.
But
What do you notice about the Roman numeral system?
well, there's
Subtracting.
They use a subtractive property. You guys are smart. Why else? What does that mean we can't do? I can't write a 1111. Why not? What are the rules of the Roman numeral system
Because
say?
that would be adding then.
Yeah,
Or
we
no?
do. They use the additive and the subtractive property, but they have a secret hidden rule that says no more than 3 of the same symbol ever in a row.
Gotcha.
As soon as we have more than 3 of the same symbol, we use the subtractive property. That's
So
why we write it IV instead of 4 lines, 4 I's.
My only question is, when doing that, no more than 3, how do you know if to put it on the left side or the right side?
Subtractive property, it goes to the left.
Oh, well, that
So
was
like
my
IV, we wouldn't go VI because VI would be 6, IV would be 4.
Well, then, like, for example, on the key that you gave us, the second one that has 9, it would be 1 minus 10. That would be a negative.
Where are we?
I'm looking at the key.
Yeah, so it's to the left, it's subtractive. If it's to the right, it's additive. So IX is 9, XI is 11. Tyler, you had a question.
with it being no more than 3, just because it's been years since I've worked on Roman numerals, then would 3, so I, would that still be the same as if you were to do IIV? Because it would be, you'd subtract the 2, or can you only do the subtraction of 1, essentially, like 1 set
Yeah,
of
you
numbers?
only do the subtraction of 1.
Okay.
Because that's the only one you get to before you go to the next symbol, right?
Oh, okay. My brain didn't make logic of it yet.
Yeah. And that's going to lead us to that next question of what base is the Roman numeral system in?
Is it by 5s?
It's kind of by 2 different bases. How many of you thought 5s? How many of you thought 10s? You're both right. Yeah, you're both right. It is by 5s and by 10s. So it's a little trickier, right? Because it doesn't, and it kind of uses base 2, which is a little weird, but we'll talk about base 2 some more. Okay, the other one you had to do on this one, write the year you were born in Roman numerals. I'm not really going to check that because I don't really know when you were born. So that's just practice for you. Don't Google it though. Just try it. Okay. And then write CCXLX in Hindu Arabic. Did anyone figure it out?
Is it 249?
Who said that? Who was that? Oh, Hannah. Sorry, it was like a puzzle. Yeah, how many? 209. Boom. Okay. So that was all Hindu era. Babylonian. I'm going to ease your mind a little bit. I'm sorry I didn't give you a little more time to work on this. Maybe we'll take a few minutes tomorrow to work on it to clear things up. But it's due tomorrow night, so don't go crazy thinking you have all of tomorrow because I have to do other things tomorrow. So there you have 2 symbols is all you have there. And some of you started crying once you saw only 2 symbols. And then you're like, wait a minute, why does the symbol represent something sometimes and something some other times? I was working with a group that kind of figured it out. It was Tyler and Amanda. Yeah. And now Tyler's like, wait, did we really figure it out? I don't know. Did you see his scared face? And Amanda, same thing. How about the rest of you? Did anyone have a glimpse? What do you think? We're going to call that a wine glass just because that's what I want to call it right now. I'm sure it has an official name that I can't remember. So the first symbol, the one that kind of looks like a wine glass, and the other one we're calling a fish today, just so you know. I don't know what they called them, but I'm pretty sure the Babylonians had wine and fish. So I'm good. So what do you think the wine glass is worth? Anyone besides Tyler and Amanda first? Sydney, what do you think? Oh, she's answering. Sorry, Brianna was answering too. 1. It was a 1. Okay, I'm going to give that to you. How about the fish? How much do you think the fish is worth?
10.
Wait, which one's the fish?
I think the triangle that looks like this.
Oh, okay.
This one?
Yeah.
This one? Yeah. Is that symbol clear? Okay. 10. I like that. So 1 and 10. Now it gets a little tricky though, because when it's moved over, it changed values somehow. Did you notice that? So if you looked at your cards and you looked the ones, by the way, Tyler and Amanda, do you agree that what I talked to you about helped you understand? Or I just told you the answer? I don't think I did. I don't think I did. Okay, so the ones that I think are helpful, the cards that I think are helpful are 613 and the 1203. So notice how many of you can see the 13 now in the 613? Right? Because you see 1 fish and 3 wine glasses. That's 10 and 3. So that's 13. Everybody okay with that? Bree just had a aha moment. I saw it. It happened. She went, that was awesome. Love that face. Everybody okay with that now? Betty, you all right? Okay. So the fish, I don't know what it's called. I'll look it up before tomorrow. And the 3 wine glasses, that was 13. So remember how we said the fish was 10? But now the fish somehow is worth more because it's got scooted way over there. And it must be worth 600 now. Do you believe that? So it was 10. What did I multiply 10 by to get 600?
60.
Is it 6 or 60?
It's 60, I think.
It's 60. I think so too. Okay. So you can see that symbol might still represent 10, but since it slid over there, it now represents 10 times 60, which is 600. Tricky? Look at the one right next door where it says 1,203. You can see the 3. Where does the 1,200 come from?
The 2 little fishies, but then I don't know where the 1,000 comes from.
Okay. So remember, those fish kind of look separated, right? They look further over. They're like grouped separately. So if one fish was 600, 2 fish must be, Emma, look at you go. 600 plus 600, which is 1,200. Nice. Now you can examine the rest of them. I appreciate that. Okay. Now, be sure, everybody hear me clearly. Be sure you start. You should be able to finish Babylonian now or get really close. We'll debrief that at the very start. You should for sure look at Mayan. If you thought Babylonian was bad, you ain't looked at Mayan yet. So look at Mayan. I promise you, you can figure it out. You can at least get a glimpse. Look at the cards that are more helpful to you, right? Start with the ones that are helpful. Eliminate the ones that you're like, got nothing with that one, right? I don't know what's happening. Okay. So what we're going to do is, and don't look at your foldable yet because it might give it away to you. So don't look at that yet. I think it's funny that you looked at Google before you looked at my resources, which is hilarious. But really don't do it to yourself. And I am going to put in our exit ticket and I will put up the QR code for you. Tomorrow, if there is anything you can do but not miss class tomorrow, that would be awesome because can you imagine if you missed class today? You would be crying at home, right? Thank goodness we record. But if you miss class tomorrow, you might be super duper sad because it doesn't get better tomorrow. It gets worse. Okay. Yeah, but it's okay. I'll bring you back. I promise. We'll all be uncomfortable together. Do you see the QR code there if you need it? Okay, excellent. I can't even remember what the exit ticket is. So it'll be a guess to all of us. I don't know why I can't remember. Oh no, and I just moved the QR code. Sorry, I was looking at it with you. Okay, there you go. Okay, so if you need to hang out here, that's totally fine. I'm tired of keeping you late. I feel guilty. So we have 3 minutes before we're done and you can go when you're done. If you want to stay because you have questions, please, please, please stay. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. Good job today.
Are you going to put a foldable up for the stick ones? The stick fish?
The stick fish.
The ones we were just the
Babylonian.
Oh, that's in my foldable, isn't it?
That's why.
Are you sure?
I have been faithfully looking at that the whole time, even though you said not to. but I wanted to look at that rather than look at Google.
I love how you guys are so honest. I appreciate you. It's okay. This week is probably one of the most torturous weeks to you. Like I promise it is. Like other weeks are way better than this.
Like
Let
they
me
have
look.
the bread and then the Mayan.
Yes, I will add it. I
bread.
will add it. I don't know why I don't have it on there.
Perfect, because then I'll be a little bit saved.
I'll put it up there after tomorrow.
Whoa, what about the worksheet? You can't Google sticks in there. They don't know what you mean.
Babylonian's in there. It has the two symbols.
They're just, okay,
They just look different. They're just triangles
Got
upside
it.
down.
It
It's
didn't
the
have
same.
stick, so I was like, where's this wine glass?
It's okay. I know. It's okay. Sorry. I'll change it for you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I
I'll
have a
see you
quick
tomorrow. Let me know if
question.
you guys have questions. I'm ready. Who asked?
Okay. Oh, sorry.
I was just wondering, so for the Roman numeral
Yes.
page, on number 2, you said to put the V and then a line above it. Before you said that though, I'll be honest, I did Google it. And it had me put a space in between the V and the C instead of a line above. How come it said that?
Good question. So, and usually it's literally type, right? So can you imagine in the Roman days, right? We weren't printing things, right? They were doing things on paper and things like that. And so sometimes to save ink, because ink was very costly, they would just leave a space instead of putting a line over it. And then with the advent of printing and the printing press and things like that, it was fine for us to just put the line over it. So either way would be fine. I never ask you a question on the Roman numerals, like on a test or anything that would include something like that. But it's a good question to have and a good thing to understand.
Okay, so what exactly does the line mean then, if that's above a number or a?
Multiply it by 1,000.
Okay.
So since
Okay,
the symbol V is 5, and then you multiply it by 1,000, it would be 5,000. It's the same as adding that space.
Okay.
So
All
like
right.
if the X is a 10, if the line is over the 10, then 10 times 1,000 is 10,000.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Yes, no worries. And wait, Bethel had a question. Did Bethel leave? Oh, apparently Bethel's question is
I have a
answered.
question too.
I'm ready, Vanessa.
So tomorrow, are we going to be going over the B2 factory assignment, or will you like be giving us like an overview? Because I was taking a look at it last night, and then I was like, and then I was like, okay, I'll ask in class.
Yeah. So tomorrow we're going to be in a B4 candy factory. And so when we do our B4 candy factory, then your B2 candy factory will make sense.
Okay, yeah, because I was taking a look at it and I'm like, why am I so confused? I was like, okay, I was like, maybe we haven't covered it yet and stuff.
Yep,
So I
we
was like,
have
okay.
not. So after class tomorrow, you should be ready to start your B2 candy factory.
Okay, and then another question.
Yes.
For yesterday or today's assignment that was due today, that was also the numeral system, right? Did I say that right?
Egyptian.
Numeration system. Yeah, was that that was just like the overview with the video, and we just had to submit the little notes that we took, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, just making
That was
sure. Okay.
Yeah, that was just my way of making today less painful. If everybody previews that lesson, then the whole idea becomes easier. Well, in my theory, it does.
Okay.
So yes.
Awesome.
Yep.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Questions, concerns? No crying today.
I have a question on the Egyptian number system, the sum of your birth year and the current year.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, the sum is going to be addition.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
So
like, let's just pretend you were born in 2000. If you take 2000 plus 2021, right, you would get 4021. How would you write 4021 in Egyptian?
in Egyptian.
Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
that does. Thank you.
Perfect. Anyone else?
Are you allowed to I don't know the Mayan, because I know we have to turn this in tomorrow and then we won't have that much time to go over the Mayan.
Yeah.
So I mean, am I able, like, do you have like 5 minutes to like hear my, not 5 minutes, but like I have like a theory with the boxes. I mean the Mayan.
Yeah. And does anybody else not want to hear Madison's theory? Because you can hear her theory, right? If you don't, if it's a spoiler, you can log off. I'm ready, Madison.
Okay, so I'm looking at the cards that you gave us. Wait, where
Me
is it?
too.
There.
Me too.
And so my group and I were trying to figure out like what the heck the symbols were meaning, but we found out that the bread was obviously 0. I mean,
Interesting. Have we had a symbol for 0 yet?
No, we have not. So that's a weird, I mean, I like it. It's new.
Yeah, I like it too. I'm ready. Keep going.
But then so we looked at so we're thinking the boxes have to do with like placement values, like tens, hundreds, thousands.
Yeah, might not be tens.
Well,
right? Might not be
maybe
tens,
not, but
hundreds,
like
thousands.
they go up in value. So like the bottom is the lesser value, and then you go up and the symbols change values. Like by a certain number, maybe?
I agree. Yeah.
So we were looking at 66, and I thought, so there's nothing in the 2. So we just go straight to the bottom, and then the dots. So we started at the bottom actually, and then we said that the line equals 5, and then the dot equals 1. So that was 6, and then the one above, the dots change value to 2. I mean, or 2 or 20, I can't remember, but then that would be 2, 4, 6. So that's 66. I don't know. That was just our theory.
I think you're doing amazing, and I think it's probably really important if it's a 2 or a 20.
I think it's 20.
I think it might be.
Because that's 60, and then that's 60. Yeah, that has to be 20.
Interesting. And then when you go up the next one, right?
Isn't it 400?
Interesting that you say 400. Where would 400 come from? Compare it to a 20.
You would multiply it by 20. So itself, right?
Interesting. So it'd be like 20 squared.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Madison, I am feeling your last name. I don't think it's lucky. I think you've been thinking a lot.
A lot. I think the whole class I've been thinking about this.
That's awesome. So yeah, and think of our place value system. We have our 1s, and then we have our 10s, and then we have, if you were going to write them as exponents, 10s is 10 to the first power, right?
Yeah.
What is our 1s? 10 to what power? We wrote it on the Egyptian page.
Or what? Isn't that 10 to the 0?
Yeah. So we have 10 to the 0, then we have 10 to the first, and then what is our hundreds? What did we write with our exponent?
The third?
10.
Didn't we just go by 10?
Just 2, right? 10 to the
2?
second.
Oh,
because
oops, I skipped the second one.
It's okay. So because 10 to the second power is 100. So now I want you to go back to your Mayan that you were looking at. And you said, ooh, I feel like when we went up to the second box, it wasn't just 1s anymore, right? It was now, did you tell me it was 2s or 20s?
I said 20s.
Okay, so that would be 20 to what power?
So that'd be 20 to the second, right?
Remember, 1 is 20 to the 0 power. The next column over would be 20 to the first power because those are 20s, right?
Oh, so that's the second column. I mean, that's the second box.
Yep, and then
to the first.
Yeah, and then one more up. What did you tell me it was? The value it was
20 to the second, right?
Which is what number?
Which is 400.
You did it. You did it. You did it. Hooray.
Okay, I thought it was much more complicated, but honestly, now that I look at it, it looks less intimidating now.
Yes, because
so does that mean go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, so does that mean like for the lines, they go up like, so it's 5 to the first. Oops, I mean 5 to the 0. So that's, oh wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. 5 to the first. And then 5 to the second would be 25, right? Oh.
I
Or would
want you to
be-
think that part through.
No, it would be 10. It would be 10 because look at 160. Because that, well, not 10, but 100. Right? I don't know. Because I see 1 and then that 2, because we said the dots were 20, so that's 20, 40, 60. That's 160. Yeah. I don't know. Now I'm getting not confident. Uh-oh. What happened to the lines when they go up? Well,
Yeah.
I understand the dots now, but
Why
I
don't
don't
you look at another one that has the lines in them, right? Like
Like the
because you know
4,000?
that 17, though that's how you figured out the 5s, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but now let's look at how about the one that's 80,021? There's 2 lines at the very top. What do those mean? Right? And then work your way back with the ones. But you're so close, Madison, you're going to do awesome. And I think one of the reasons, I don't know how well your group was talking to each other, but I'm telling you, saying the words out loud and hearing other people discuss it makes a huge difference. So if you're at your house by yourself, talk out loud. That sounds really weird, but the more you talk out loud, the more you'll make sense of it. If you have an animal, talk to that animal. If you have any other human in your house, it doesn't matter that they're not in our math class. They will get used to you talking to them. You're going to be like, okay, I just have to talk this out loud for a minute. Can you just listen? And they will listen, especially if they're your mom, because moms always listen to those things. If they're your boyfriend or your friend, they better listen because that would be a good boyfriend or a good friend, right? So be girlfriend, whatever, friend, I don't care. Just talk to somebody because you'll make it through. You guys could also have your own little chat on our FAQ discussion board, right? You can be like, okay, I think this is it. You can do a Google Meets. You can do whatever you want. I don't care.
Okay. Ooh,
Okay.
I'm scared.
You can do it. I have faith in you.
I know. I understand the dots. I just don't understand. I mean, I'm looking at the 80,000 example that you're saying, but I'm trying to think if